Hi, I'm Jasco, and today we're going to take the power chords I taught you a couple videos ago and apply them to a song. That song is going to be Iron Man by Black Sabbath. It'll sound like this. Let's review our power chord shape real quick. We've got one finger on a lower string, our index finger, and then we've got our pinky or our ring finger, could be either one, on the next string 2 frets higher. So in this case, for the start of this song, we're going to play 7th fret on the low E string and 9th fret on the A string. That's a B power chord, and I just strum those 2 strings together one time. Then I'm going to move to the 5th fret of the A string and 7th fret of the D string. So I've got to move over a string and move back 2 frets. So this chord at the 5th fret and 7th fret here is a D power chord. And I'll play that twice. Then I'm going to stay on the same strings, shift up to the 7th fret and the 9th fret. I'll play that twice. That's an E power chord. Then I'm going to shift up 3 frets to the 10th fret and the 12th fret on the A and D strings. So I'm still staying on the same strings there. I'll play that once, that's G. Then I'll move back 1 fret to the 9th fret and 11th frets. That's F sharp. Then back to G again. F sharp. G, F sharp, then all the way back to D, which is 5th fret and 7th frets on the A and D strings. Twice there, and then move up to 7th fret, 9th fret. That'll be E, and I'll play twice there. And then the whole thing repeats. So B, D, E, G to F sharp 3 times, back to D, back to E. So when I'm playing this, one thing that we're going to do, or we're going to try to do, learn to do, is we're going to slide without picking. And we're going to do that between the G and the F sharp. So I'll pick the G, and then without picking, I'm just going to slide down, and hopefully I hold my fingers down firm enough that both of those notes ring out. So when I'm playing that G to F sharp, which happens 3 times, I'll pick the G each time, but I won't pick the F sharp. And I'll pick all the other notes. So if I put the slides in, that sounds like this. Another thing of note is when I'm playing rock stuff, if I'm thinking more of hard rock or heavy metal, I'm going to be keeping my picking hand pretty close to the bridge. In fact, touching this part of my hand on the bridge a lot of times, and I'm keeping small motions and kind of a tight hand position. Not tense, but I mean it's not loose and big motions. So that's for hard rock and metal stuff. I would probably pick this like. So you see there's not a whole lot of movement from my picking hand there. If I'm thinking more of like the punk rock school of playing, I'm going to use this hand to mute, and I'll do big pick strokes here. So I realize this isn't a punk rock song, but we're just learning some technique here with this. So I'm going to use this hand to mute, and what I'm going to do is when I play this power chord, I'm going to mute the other 4 strings with my index finger. So I can strum all 6 strings, and only 2 of them are sounding out. The others are just muted. When I go to this next power chord, it's still my index finger doing all the muting, I'm muting the low E string with the edge of my index finger, and I'm muting the G, B, and high E with the side of my index finger. I could play this song with big pick strokes the whole time, and it would look and sound like this. So I was picking all 6 strings the whole time. I probably wouldn't choose to play that because this is more of like a rock or metal song as opposed to a punk type song. I'd probably choose to play. But that's just to demonstrate 2 different types of picking approaches and muting approaches that you can use when you're playing power chords and rock songs. Now if you're trying to do that muting technique where you're playing a couple strings and muting a lot of them with this hand, I'll tell you that's pretty difficult. So it's not something that you should worry about getting down in a week or even a month. You've just got to keep practicing it, and I'll go over it in future lessons in more detail, but I just kind of want you to be aware of the 2 different approaches, the hard rock metal approach to picking and the kind of punk rock school of picking. Have fun playing the main riff from Iron Man by Black Sabbath. That'll help you start to move your power chords around and give you something fun to do besides just playing the chords. We'll catch you next time. Be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you very much.